What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to give a shout out to the Godfather, as we know him here on Black YouTube, Reverend Dr. Kevin Bartholomew Leotis Samuels of the St. Manosphere Baptist Church. Amen. He had a pretty good live stream yesterday called "Why Can't Modern Women Handle the Truth?" Now, to be fair, when Kevin Samuels comes on, I go to sleep, and but I did wake up for about 10 minutes, and I heard him talking about something. I'm only going to deal with just that one part. He was talking. I don't think anybody else was on the stream, but he made a mention of feminism. Okay, a lot of women in today's world really believe that they can do everything by themselves. But women operate much better attached to communities. Okay? Now, men do also, but women benefit way more. I want to deal with that because many times when we talk to African American women and we talk to a lot of black women in America, and you know what? And we have a lot of women, I believe, that are very, very nice, that are really sweet people. In actuality, I would prefer our own women. Like I told George the other day, if I'm gonna take some trash off of anybody, okay, I'm gonna take it from my people first, okay. If I'm gonna take it, so I prefer African American women. When I get married, it will be one of our people. Okay. But one of the things that I listen to younger women or women who are 40 and under, they believe that they can achieve a lot of things without a man. And I believe this is so tied into their earning potential. Women believe that because they earn like a man, then that's what it is. But then you see a lot of times these women are very unhappy. These women are stressed out. But what they realize is, or fail to realize is that women operate better in communities. Nobody benefits from communities and networks more than women and children. They're the biggest benefactors of those things because the protection mechanism of men having things, men working together, keeping a woman more attractive, keeping a woman less stressed out. A man's guidance and help for a woman's health and financial future. Women benefit from that more than others. And if you look at the groups that do the best in America, those groups have their men. Okay? If you even look at black communities, if you look at some of the upper class people in the black community, elite class folks in the black community, what are you going to find? You're probably going to find those people who are married, all right? And there's a lot of male provision in that home. The trick of today's woman is to believe that, if I don't have a man, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I really beg to differ on that, because the reality of it is that while women can provide for themselves, it is much better to have a man helping you, supporting you, doing things for you, taking the daily pressures off of you, a man that's stable for you, contributing in the relationship. It's much easier for a woman's life. Okay? Men make women's life, usually, if it's a decent, really good guy, very easy or easier. Without men, women have a much harder life. All right, I've seen women who, regardless of their educational level, I've seen them beautiful. I've seen them within 10 years. I've seen women that have good husbands. I've seen women who don't have good husbands. Women that have good husbands, I've seen them be more in shape. I've seen them look more healthier. I've seen them look more happier. Okay. But women who don't have that, I've seen them more out of shape. Not all the time, but I've seen it. I've seen them more stressed, and I've definitely seen them financially more poor. Okay, and less opportunities, and then obviously if you're dealing with a man that's not connected to network, you don't really know about the financial systems and stuff like that. You don't save, you don't have anything planned, because a lot of times that's what men, our calling card is in the plans. Where are we going to be in 10 years? Where are we going to be in 20 years? Women can think like that, but men tend to think like that more often. Women are more meticulous and kind of deal with things day to day. Men typically deal with things long term. And financial implications of not having a man around is devastating to black women. Not only that, I talked about Coach Greg Adams making this particular post, and it's been very similar to what I've been saying. About 90% of women that you've dealt with, their lives have not improved since you've dealt with them. A lot of times when a woman is with a man that is decent and knows what he's doing, middle class or middle class, immediately her life is improving. Immediately. I don't care if she's making $100,000 a year or she's not, but immediately her life is improving. If the man is contributing, immediately she's the biggest benefactor. Whether he's benefiting from anything or not, she's immediately benefiting from whatever skills that he has, the income that he has, all of that. The reality is that if she loses that guy, it's much more difficult for ladies to get a guy that will take care of them full time. I don't care how beautiful you are, because the reality is there's a lot of beautiful women now, and the world is so open, with international dating now. If you're in big cities like Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, the reality is there's a lot of good looking women from all over the world, all over the country that have great bodies and things like that. And guys who have money and have access know that, because, black women are just not competing against other black women. You're competing against other white women, Asian women, right? It makes it extremely difficult for the men that are out there that know that, hey, well, I can not deal with this and I can deal with that over here. And that's the situation that I'm talking about right now, is that women tend to not want to look at that aspect. But then when 30 comes knocking on the door, 35 comes knocking on the door, and then when 40 comes knocking on the door and you don't have anybody, it's, the chances are, like, as women start having more health problems, more tied up with work, less time to go, more financial risk by herself. It's rough. It's rough. And that's why God made women to be a helpmate to men. A lot of women are telling themselves that they have to be the man, and really that's not, some of them can do that, but that's not really all their design. Women are really made to be taken care of by men. I know that guys and men don't like that, but I know times may be different how guys feel about that now, but women are to be cared for typically. But when a woman is not, earning her weight in gold with the guys that she wants, then it's hard. Women benefit from communities. They benefit from protection. And when they say that they don't get anything from it, it's not true. And there's a difference between married black women in America versus single sisters in America. I'll say, look at the incomes, look at how the kids are performing, look at how everything. It's just the biggest benefit that a black woman can get. The best prize she can get is a husband that takes care of her. It's the best thing that she can get outside of her own accomplishments, because there's no value you can put on a man that's going to willing to take care of you. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. Check out the first comment in the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.